Here are 100 advanced English phrases for English learners, each with a brief meaning and example sentence. In particular, especially, I love fruits, in particular apples. On the whole, generally, on the whole, the event was a success. As a matter of fact, in reality, as a matter of fact, I do know him. For instance, for example, for instance, she is very punctual. By and large, generally, by and large, he is a good student. In light of, considering, in light of recent events, we should reconsider. In the long run, over a long period, in the long run, it will be beneficial. On account of, because of, on account of the rain, the game was cancelled. To some extent, partially, to some extent, I agree with you. In the meantime, meanwhile, in the meantime, let's finish our work. As a rule, usually, as a rule, we don't work on Sundays. For the sake of, for the purpose of, I did it for the sake of peace. All things considered, considering everything, all things considered, it was a good decision. In view of, considering, in view of his behavior, he was punished. In terms of, regarding, in terms of price, it's a good deal. At first glance, initially, at first glance, the task seemed easy. For the time being, temporarily, for the time being, we will stay here. On the contrary, opposite, on the contrary, I think it's a bad idea. As far as, to the extent that, as far as I know, he is reliable. In due course, eventually, in due course, we will know the results. In other words, to rephrase, in other words, he is not coming. On the brink of, about to, they are on the brink of discovery. To the best of my knowledge, as far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, it's correct. In a nutshell, briefly summarized, in a nutshell, we were late. In the same vein, similarly, in the same vein, she also disagreed. For all intents and purposes, practically, for all intents and purposes, it's done. To be honest, frankly, to be honest, I don't like it. In hindsight, looking back, in hindsight, it was a mistake. In the event of, if something happens, in the event of rain, the match will be cancelled. At the end of the day, ultimately, or to conclude, at the end of the day, it's your choice. For the most part, generally, for the most part, it's a good plan. To some degree, partially, to some degree, I understand your point. In essence, basically, in essence, it's a good idea. At a loss, unable to decide. I'm at a loss for words. In the final analysis, ultimately, in the final analysis, it's a great movie. In the wake of, following, in the wake of the storm, many were homeless. In the midst of, in the middle of, she's in the midst of a busy workday. For the record, officially, for the record, I did not agree. By no means, not at all. By no means is it easy. In the nick of time, just in time. He arrived in the nick of time. In a bind, in trouble. She is in a bind with her finances. At this juncture, at this point, at this juncture, we should decide. In the interim, meanwhile, in the interim, I will handle it. In a manner of speaking, so to speak, he is a genius in a matter of speaking. To the best of my ability, as well as I can, I will do it to the best of my ability. In this regard, in this respect, in this regard, we need more information. For the sake of clarity, to clarify, for the sake of clarity, let's review it. In the absence of, without, in the absence of evidence, he was acquitted. In retrospect, looking back or reflecting on the past. In retrospect, it was a bad decision. In all likelihood, very probably, in all likelihood, he will win. In conjunction with, together with, we are working in conjunction with them. In good faith, with honest intent, he acted in good faith. In the long term, over a long period, in the long term, it will be profitable. In due time, eventually, in due time, you will understand. In the context of, related to, in the context of education, it's crucial. In the aftermath of, following, in the aftermath of the fire, they rebuilt their house. On the face of it, apparently, on the face of it, it seems easy. In good standing, in a good position, he is in good standing with the team. At the outset, from the beginning, at the outset, it was clear. In the interest of, for the sake of, in the interest of fairness, let's discuss. In principle, theoretically, in principle, it's a good idea. In plain sight, clearly visible, it was hidden in plain sight. In a heartbeat, instantly, I would help you in a heartbeat. In tandem with, along with, he works in tandem with his partner. In this day and age, nowadays, in this day and age, technology is crucial. In line with, consistent with, his actions are in line with the rules. In the course of, during, in the course of the meeting, we decided. In full swing, fully active, the project is in full swing. In the vicinity of, near, the park is in the vicinity of the school. In the face of, despite, in the face of adversity, she remained optimistic. In good spirits, happy, she was in good spirits today. In no uncertain terms, clearly, he told me in no uncertain terms. In broad terms, generally, in broad terms, it's a positive trend. In the same boat, in the same situation, we're all in the same boat here. In high spirits, very happy. They were in high spirits after their victory. In a flash, very quickly, he finished the work in a flash. In the pipeline, in progress or being developed, there are several new products in the pipeline. In black and white, in writing, the rules are stated in black and white. In the loop, informed, keep me in the loop about the changes. In the realm of, within the field of, in the realm of science fiction, it's a classic. In the right frame of mind, in the appropriate mental state, you need to be in the right frame of mind to tackle this project. In the throes of, experiencing something intensely. The company is in the throes of a major restructuring. In one foul swoop, all at once. He solved all the problems in one foul swoop. In the balance, uncertain. His future is in the balance. In a state of flux. In a continuous state of change. The situation is in a state of flux due to new regulations. In no time. Very quickly. I'll finish this in no time. In the public eye. In the spotlight or visible to the public. Celebrities are always in the public eye. In a quandary. Confused. She was in a quandary about what to do. In the works. Being planned. A new project is in the works. In hot water. In trouble. He is in hot water for missing the deadline. In sync. In harmony. They are in sync with each other. In the zone. Fully focused. He is in the zone today, playing really well. Give consideration to. To think carefully. He gave some serious consideration to his retirement plans. In moderation. Within limits. Eat sweets in moderation. In force. Effective. The new law is now in force. In the thick of. Deeply involved. He's in the thick of the investigation. In place. Established. Safety measures are in place. In question. Under discussion. The matter in question is very serious. In support of. In favor of. They spoke in support of the proposal. In the know. Informed. She is always in the know about office gossip. 100 business expressions for English learners. Bottom line. The final result or conclusion, often referring to profit or loss. The bottom line is that we need to increase sales to stay profitable. On the same page, in agreement or understanding about a particular topic. It's important that everyone is on the same page before we proceed with the project. Think outside the box. To think creatively or unconventionally to find solutions. We need to think outside the box if we want to innovate in this market. Ballpark figure. An approximate estimate or guess. Can you give me a ballpark figure for the cost of the project? Get the ball rolling. To start or initiate a process. Let's get the ball rolling on this project and schedule a kickoff meeting. In the red. Operating at a financial loss. The company has been in the red for the past 2 quarters. Too much on my plate. When you feel overwhelmed or have too many tasks or responsibilities, you have too much on your plate. I can't take any more projects at the moment. I already have too much on my plate. Cutting edge. At the forefront of innovation or technology. Our company prides itself on its cutting-edge research and development. In the pipeline, something that is currently being developed or planned. We have several new products in the pipeline for the next year. Dot the I's and cross the T's. To pay attention to small details and ensure everything is correct. Before we submit the proposal, let's make sure to dot the I's and cross the T's. Hit the ground running. To start something quickly and energetically. We expect the new hire to hit the ground running and contribute to the team from day one. Call it a day. To finish work or an activity for the day. It's been a long day. Let's call it a day and continue tomorrow. Raise the bar. To set a higher standard or expectation. Our goal is to raise the bar and deliver even better results next quarter. All hands on deck. Everybody's assistance or involvement is needed. With the deadline approaching, we need all hands on deck to finish the project. Back to the drawing board. To start over or go back to the beginning. The marketing campaign didn't resonate with customers. We'll have to go back to the drawing board. Get down to business. To start focusing on the task or matter at hand. Let's stop chatting and get down to business. Close the deal. To successfully complete a business agreement or transaction. After weeks of negotiation, we finally close the deal with the client. Go the extra mile to make an effort or do more than what is expected. If we want to win this contract, we'll need to go the extra mile to impress the client. Cut corners. Do something in the cheapest or easiest way, often sacrificing quality. We can't afford to cut corners on product testing if we want to maintain customer trust. Game changer. A game changer means something that has the potential to impact or transform a situation significantly. This new organization tool I'm using is a game changer for me. Throw under the bus. This is a common expression you might have heard in another context. It means to unfairly blame or sacrifice someone for your own benefit or to avoid responsibility. John tried to throw me under the bus by blaming me for the mistake during the presentation. Run it by someone. To share or discuss something with someone to get their opinion or approval. Before we finalize the proposal, let's run it by the senior management team. Behind the scenes, work or activities that happen secretly or without being noticed. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to prepare for the product launch. The ball is in your court. It's your turn to take an action or make a decision. I've given you all the information you need. Now the ball is in your court. Think on your feet to respond quickly and effectively to a situation. During the presentation, you'll need to think on your feet if there are any unexpected questions. At the end of the day, ultimately, when everything has been considered, at the end of the day, we need to prioritize customer satisfaction. Cut to the chase to get to the main point without wasting time. Let's cut to the chase and discuss the key issues. By the book. According to established rules or procedures, we need to do this audit by the book to ensure compliance with regulations. In the loop, to be informed or involved in a particular situation or activity. Make sure to keep me in the loop on any developments. Put something on the back burner. To postpone or set aside something for later consideration. We'll have to put the new project on the back burner until we have more resources available. Touch base. To make contact or reconnect with someone. I'll touch base with you next week to discuss the project. In the driver's seat. In control or in charge of a situation. As project manager, you're in the driver's seat. A win-win situation. A situation or outcome that benefits all parties involved. Negotiating a lower price with our supplier would be a win-win situation. Micromanage. Micromanaging can be the most annoying thing in the workplace. It's the practice of excessive or unnecessary control over small details of tasks or projects. I'm so annoyed with Susan. She micromanages everything I do. Back to square one. Back to the starting point or beginning. After the setback, we're back to square one. Workflow. Workflow refers to the sequence of steps or tasks involved in completing a specific process or project. The workflow for this project is insane. I don't know how I'll finish it on time. Catch someone's eye. To attract someone's attention. The colorful display caught my eye as I walked past the store. Close ranks. To unite or come together in a common cause. When faced with a crisis, the team closed ranks to find a solution. Draw the line. To set a limit or boundary. We need to draw the line somewhere to avoid overextending ourselves. Ease someone's mind. To make someone feel less anxious or worried. I'll reassure her that everything will be fine to ease her mind. Fit the bill. To be suitable or meet the requirements. His qualifications fit the bill for the job. Get the hang of something. To become skilled or proficient at something. It took a while, but I finally got the hang of using the new software. Go hand in hand. To be closely associated or connected. Quality and customer satisfaction go hand in hand. Jump on the bandwagon. To join others in supporting or doing something popular or trendy. Many companies are jumping on the bandwagon and investing in renewable energy. Move the needle. If someone moved the needle, they made significant progress or achieved something that positively impacted the situation. The celebrity that joined our marketing moved the needle. Now everyone is interested in our product. Leave no stone unturned to make every possible effort to search thoroughly. We left no stone unturned in our search for the missing documents. Make ends meet, to have enough money to cover expenses, to manage financially. With the rise in living costs, it's becoming harder and harder to make ends meet. Meet halfway, to compromise or make concessions in order to reach an agreement. Let's meet halfway and find a solution that works for both of us. Mind your own business, to refrain from interfering in other people's affairs. Why don't you mind your own business and let me handle this? Move the goalposts, to change the rules or criteria for success. They keep moving the goalposts, making it impossible to reach their expectations. Navigate the waters, to successfully manage or deal with a difficult situation. As a new manager, she had to navigate the waters of office politics. Off the top of my head, without preparation, from memory. I can't give you an exact figure off the top of my head, but it's around $500. Play it by ear, to improvise or make decisions as the situation develops. We don't have a strict schedule, so let's play it by ear and see how things go. On board. If you're on board with something, you agree with it. I spoke to their representative and they are on board with the project. Put someone in the hot seat. Question someone or put them under scrutiny. During the interview, they put me in the hot seat with some tough questions. Put your money where your mouth is, to back up your words with actions or financial support. If you believe in this project, you need to put your money where your mouth is and invest in it. Ride the wave, to take advantage of a favorable situation or trend. The company rode the wave of success following the release of its new product. Ruffle feathers, to upset or disturb someone. Her comments ruffled a few feathers at the meeting. Set the bar, to establish a standard or expectation. As industry leaders, we aim to set the bar for excellence. Stay ahead of the curve, to remain informed or prepared for future developments. We need to stay ahead of the curve by investing in emerging technologies. Stick to your guns, to remain firm in your position or beliefs. Despite the criticism, she stuck to her guns and defended her decision. Take the bull by the horns, to confront a difficult situation directly and with courage. It's time to take the bull by the horns and address this issue head on. B2B, business to business. Business between two companies rather than a company and an individual. We are a B2B brand. We sell software to marketing companies. Throw in the towel, to give up or surrender. After years of struggling, he finally threw in the towel and closed his business. Toot your own horn, to boast or brag about your own achievements. I'm not one to toot my own horn, but I think I did a great job on this project. Turn the tables, to reverse a situation or shift the advantage to your own side. With a clever strategy, we were able to turn the tables and win the negotiation. Under the table, illegally or secretly, especially concerning payments or transactions. The company was paying employees under the table to avoid taxes. Up in the air, uncertain or unresolved. The project's future is up in the air until we receive funding. Up to speed, fully informed or updated. After reading the report, I'm up to speed on the latest developments. Weigh your options, to consider different choices before making a decision. Take your time to weigh your options before committing. Work like a charm, to be very effective or successful. Thanks for the advice. It worked like a charm. Brand awareness, spreading the word about your brand as far and wide as you can, usually via social media or Google. Increasing brand awareness is the primary goal of our social media strategy. Proactive. To be proactive is to take the initiative on something, which usually means embarking on a new task yourself without waiting for your colleagues or boss to tell you to. It might mean taking the first step in contacting someone you are going to work with. I would really appreciate it if you could be proactive in attracting new clients, George. As of yet, this is very commonly seen in emails, but means at the moment. As of yet, we have no plans to hire a social media manager. ROI, return on investment. The metric we calculate to see if the money we invested into something made us more money. Let's calculate our ROI to know if we made a profit from our investment. Unique selling proposition, USP. It's the trait that makes your product or service different from your competitors. Our USP is our eco-friendly packaging, which appeals to environmentally conscious customers. Close the sale. To successfully convince someone to make a purchase. After overcoming the customer's objections, I managed to close the sale. Turnover, the rate at which employees leave a company and are replaced by new ones. The high turnover rate is a concern for the company's HR department. Blue collar worker, a worker who performs manual labor, often in a manufacturing or industrial environment. The factory employs many blue collar workers on the production line. White collar worker, a worker who performs professional, managerial, or administrative tasks. She works as a white collar worker in a corporate office. Freelancer, someone who is self-employed and works on a contractual basis for various clients. As a freelancer, she enjoys the flexibility of choosing her own projects. Networking, the process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional contacts. He attends networking events regularly to expand his business connections. Cold calling, the practice of making unsolicited phone calls to potential customers or clients. As part of our sales strategy, we're doing cold calling to generate leads. Pitch, a persuasive presentation or proposal to sell a product, service, or idea. He delivered a compelling pitch to secure funding for his startup. Due diligence. It is used to describe the action that is considered reasonable for people to take to stay safe and on the correct side of the law. We've done our due diligence in researching the candidates, and none of the other contractors seem more qualified. Best practice is a method accepted to be the most effective way of doing something. The CEO decided that organized desks are best practice. In the black, operating at a financial profit, having positive profits. Thanks to cost-cutting measures, the company is now in the black. Upskill, to train. To some, upskilling sounds more youthful than training. We chose to upskill a junior employee rather than hire someone senior straight away. Blue ocean strategy. Finding new market spaces where competition is irrelevant or non-existent, allowing for uncontested market dominance. By creating a product that combines the features of a tablet and a laptop, the company implemented a blue ocean strategy, tapping into a market segment that had previously been overlooked. Streamline, simplify a process by eliminating unnecessary work. We need to streamline the archiving process. It's taking far too long to organize our files. Let go. It's a gentle way of saying employees are being fired or made redundant. It's more commonly used than fired, since it's considered more polite. We need to let Simon go. He has been very late almost every day this month.
Shift the paradigm. To change the fundamental way of thinking or approach to a problem. To succeed in this market, we need to shift the paradigm and focus on customer experience rather than just product features. Loss leader. A product sold at a loss to attract customers who are likely to buy another, more profitable product. Supermarkets often sell popular items like milk or bread as loss leaders to get customers in the door, hoping they'll buy other higher margin products as well. Low-hanging fruit. The easiest or most readily available goals or targets. Let's not overlook the potential of this new market. We should harvest the low-hanging fruits before our competitors do. Break the glass ceiling. To overcome a barrier, especially a gender or racial barrier that prevents advancement or success. She's determined to break the glass ceiling and become the company's first female CEO. Get the buy-in. To gain approval, agreement, or support from others. Before we proceed, we need to get the buy-in from all our stakeholders. Push the envelope. To go beyond the usual limits or boundaries, especially in innovation and creativity. Our company is known for pushing the envelope when it comes to product design. Run it up the flagpole to present an idea or proposal to see how others react to it. Let's run this marketing campaign idea up the flagpole and see if it gets any traction. Drink the Kool-Aid. To become a firm believer in something, often to the point of being unquestioningly loyal or enthusiastic. After attending the conference, he started drinking the Kool-Aid and became a vocal advocate for the new strategy. Close the loop. To complete a process or resolve an issue. Once we receive feedback from the customer, we can close the loop on this matter.
100 English expressions every English learner should know. It goes without saying. Something that is so obvious it doesn't need to be mentioned. It goes without saying that hard work is essential for success. Needless to say. Similar to it goes without saying. Used to introduce something obvious. Needless to say, studying is crucial for passing exams. To put it bluntly, to state something directly and honestly, often without sugarcoating. To put it bluntly, your performance needs improvement. To be perfectly honest, used to start a candid or sincere statement. To be perfectly honest, I didn't enjoy the movie. As a matter of fact, used to emphasize that something is true or correct. As a matter of fact, I do know the answer. By and large, generally speaking, taking everything into account. By and large, the project was a success. In a nutshell, to summarize something in a concise manner. In a nutshell, the book is about love and friendship. To cut a long story short, to get to the point without unnecessary details. To cut a long story short, we missed the train. The ball is in your court. The next decision or action is up to you. I've given you all the information. Now the ball is in your court. Don't beat around the bush. Don't avoid the main topic. Be direct. Please don't beat around the bush. Just tell me what you think. It's neither here nor there. Something is not relevant or doesn't matter. Whether we eat at home or a restaurant, it's neither here nor there for me. Let's play it by ear. To decide or act spontaneously without a fixed plan. We don't have a schedule, so let's play it by ear. The devil is in the details. The important or difficult parts are hidden in the specifics. Writing a contract is easy, but the devil is in the details. Actions speak louder than words. What people do is more important than what they say. She promised to help, but her actions speak louder than words. The proof is in the pudding. The results or evidence will show if something is good or effective. We'll see if our strategy works. The proof is in the pudding. Don't cry over spilled milk. Don't dwell on past mistakes. Yes, we made a mistake, but there's no use crying over spilled milk. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't risk everything on a single opportunity. It's wise to diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's a double-edged sword, something that has both positive and negative consequences. Technology is a double-edged sword. It connects us, but can also isolate us. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't enjoy two conflicting things at the same time. You want a day off and a raise? You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's a slippery slope, an action or decision that can lead to increasingly negative consequences. Allowing exceptions in this rule could be a slippery slope. I concur. I agree with your statement. I think we should proceed with the project. I concur. I beg to differ. I respectively disagree with your statement. I believe this plan will work. I beg to differ. It has too many risks. I'm of the same mind. I share the same opinion or viewpoint. I think we should invest in technology. I'm of the same mind. That's a valid point. You've made a reasonable and logical argument. We should prioritize customer feedback. That's a valid point. I see where you're coming from. I understand your perspective or viewpoint. I believe we need more training. I see where you're coming from, but I disagree. I'm inclined to agree. I'm leaning toward agreement, but not entirely sure. The data supports this decision. I'm inclined to agree, pending further analysis. I can't argue with that. I can't find fault or disagreement with your statement. This solution is cost effective. I can't argue with that. It's a good choice. I'm not entirely convinced. I have doubts or reservations about your statement. This proposal is the best option. I'm not entirely convinced. We need more data. I have reservations about that. I have concerns or doubts about your suggestion. We should hire the candidate. I have reservations about that. Their experience is limited. I'm skeptical. I doubt the truth or feasibility of your statement. The product will revolutionize the market. I'm skeptical. It faces strong competition. Have you considered? Have you thought about? We need a backup plan. Have you considered what we do in case of failure? It might be worth considering. It could be beneficial to think about. We should expand to international markets. It might be worth considering given our growth. Why don't you give it a try? You should attempt or test it. I think I can solve the problem. Why don't you give it a try and see? I would strongly advise. I recommend with a high level of urgency. Don't skip the safety measures. I would strongly advise against it. It's risky. I'd recommend that I suggest that you should consult an expert. I'd recommend that you seek professional advice. You might want to. You should consider. You should prepare for the presentation. You might want to start by organizing your notes. I suggest I propose that we should start the project now. I suggest we begin immediately. What about? What do you think of? We could meet at 3 p.m. How about we schedule the meeting for 3 p.m.? I suggest that. We should implement a new strategy. I propose we adopt a new strategy. What if how about if we could try a different approach? What if we attempt a different approach? If push comes to shove, if it becomes necessary or if things get difficult, we may need to take drastic action. If push comes to shove, we'll have to fire some employees. In a perfect world, in an ideal situation, in a perfect world, everyone would have access to education. If all else fails, if nothing else succeeds or works, we can try other methods, but if all else fails, we'll have to start over. Let's entertain the idea that. Let's consider the possibility that we could improve our marketing. Let's entertain the idea that social media might help. Think about the hypothetical situation where, imagine if we won the lottery. What would you do? Assuming that we get the funding, when can we start the project? In theory, in an ideal situation or hypothetically, in theory, this method should work, but we need to test it. It's not beyond the realm of possibility. It's not impossible. It could happen. Starting your own business is challenging, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility. It's a long shot, but it's unlikely to succeed, but we'll try. Winning the lottery is a long shot, but someone has to win eventually. Absolutely. An enthusiastic agreement. Should we go to the concert tonight? Absolutely. Without a doubt. No doubt or uncertainty. He's the best player on the team. Without a doubt. Precisely. Accurate and exact. Did you understand the instructions? Precisely. Indeed. Confirmation or agreement. It was a challenging hike. Indeed. Absolutely right. Completely correct. Your analysis of the situation is absolutely right. You hit the nail on the head. You are exactly correct. Your explanation was perfect. You hit the nail on the head. You're absolutely spot on. You're completely accurate. Your assessment of the problem is spot on. I couldn't agree more. I strongly agree with you. The proposal makes sense. I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what I think. My thoughts exactly. I believe we should invest in research. And that's exactly what I think. You've got a point there. You've made a valid argument. I think we need more training. You've got a point there. It could improve our skills. It's a tough nut to crack, a challenging problem to solve. Solving this complex equation is a tough nut to crack. It's no walk in the park. It's not an easy or simple task. Writing a novel is no walk in the park. It takes dedication. It's a steep learning curve, a situation where one must quickly learn and adapt. Learning to play a musical instrument has a steep learning curve. It's a formidable challenge, a significant and difficult obstacle. Launching a successful business is a formidable challenge. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, a difficult and nearly impossible task. Locating the lost key in this mess is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's not for the faint of heart. It requires courage and resilience. Becoming a firefighter is not for the faint of heart. It's a real brain teaser, a problem or puzzle that requires deep thinking. This Sudoku puzzle in the newspaper is a real brain teaser. It's a labyrinth of complexity, a situation with intricate and confusing elements. Navigating through the legal system can be a labyrinth of complexity. It's a Herculean task, an extremely difficult challenge. Cleaning the entire house in one day is a Herculean task. It's a tall order, a demanding or difficult requirement. Completing the project by tomorrow is a tall order. I'm flabbergasted. I'm extremely surprised or shocked. I'm flabbergasted by the unexpected results of the experiment. Well, I'll be darned. An expression of surprise or disbelief. Well, I'll be darned. I never thought I'd see you here. I'm utterly astounded. I'm completely amazed or shocked. I'm utterly astounded by the talent displayed in this performance. I can't believe my eyes, or I can't believe my ears. I'm in disbelief about what I'm seeing or hearing. I can't believe my eyes. The view from this mountain is breathtaking. That's mind-blowing, extremely impressive or astounding. The technological advancements in this field are mind-blowing. It's beyond belief. Unbelievably impressive or incredible. The success of their business is beyond belief. I'm gobsmacked. I'm so surprised that I'm speechless. I'm gobsmacked by the unexpected turn of events. I'm in awe. I'm filled with admiration or wonder. I'm in awe of the beauty of this natural wonder. I'm taken aback. I'm surprised or shocked by something unexpected. I was taken aback by the sudden change in his attitude. I'm speechless. I'm so amazed that I can't find the words to express it. I'm speechless after witnessing that incredible performance. It worked like a charm. It was successful and effective. The new software update worked like a charm. The bugs are fixed. Everything fell into place. Everything happened as planned or expected. On our wedding day, everything fell into place perfectly. It was a resounding success. It was an overwhelming and impressive success. The product launch was a resounding success. We sold out within hours. We hit the jackpot. We achieved a great success or outcome. Our marketing strategy hit the jackpot. We sold everything. It was a stroke of genius. It was an exceptionally clever or brilliant idea. His decision to expand into international markets was a stroke of genius. We nailed it. We executed something perfectly or achieved success. Our team presentation went flawlessly. We nailed it. It couldn't have gone better. The outcome was as good as it could have been. Our anniversary celebration couldn't have gone better. Everyone had a great time. It's a game changer. It significantly alters or improves the situation. The invention of smartphones was a game changer in communication. We're on cloud 9. We are extremely happy or elated. After winning the championship, we were on cloud 9. We knocked it out of the park. We succeeded impressively or exceeded expectations. Our team's performance at the competition was outstanding. We knocked it out of the park. You're absolutely on the money. You're completely correct or accurate. Your analysis of the market trends is spot on. You're absolutely on the money. It's a daunting task. It's a task that appears challenging and intimidating. Completing the project on such a tight schedule seems like a daunting task. I'm absolutely blown away. I'm completely amazed and impressed. The art exhibition was stunning. I'm absolutely blown away by the talent of these artists. It exceeded our wildest expectations. It went beyond what we had hoped for. The response to our product launch exceeded our wildest expectations. Sales skyrocketed. What would happen if? What are the potential outcomes if? What would happen if we missed the deadline? Let's plan for it. We hit the bullseye. We achieved the exact target or goal. Our marketing campaign hit the bullseye. It resonated perfectly with our audience. We're on top of the world. We're feeling extremely joyful and victorious. After winning the championship, we're on top of the world. Break a leg. Do a good job. Good luck with your presentation. Break a leg. Come rain or shine. Something that you have to do no matter what. Come rain or shine, we will finish this assignment. Better late than never. It's better if something comes, even if it's late. He gave in his assignment a bit late, but his teacher said it's better late than never. The calm before a storm. A quiet period before something intense happens. There was a calm before the storm. It was quiet in the office before it started getting very busy. 100 advanced English expressions to sound like a native speaker. In the limelight, the center of attention or focus. After winning the competition, she was in the limelight for weeks. Hit the nail on the head. Precisely explained or addressed in a situation or problem. His analysis of the economic crisis hit the nail on the head. A blessing in disguise. Something that initially appears negative but results in a positive outcome later. Losing my job turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It pushed me to start my own business. On cloud 9. Be extremely happy. When she got accepted into her dream university, she was on cloud 9. On the same wavelength. Share similar opinions, thoughts, or understanding with someone. They always seem to be on the same wavelength when discussing scientific theories. Have a chip on your shoulder. Holding a grudge against someone. Ever since he was rejected, he's had a chip on his shoulder. Go the extra mile. Make more effort beyond what is expected. She always goes the extra mile to ensure her projects are perfect. Keep your chin up. Don't become discouraged or negative because something bad happened to you. Even after the setback, she kept her chin up and continued with determination. A piece of cake. Very easy or effortless. The exam was a piece of cake. I finished it in half the time. Burn the midnight oil. Work late into the night. He burned the midnight oil to finish his assignment before the deadline. Have a whale of a time. Have a great or enjoyable time. We had a whale of a time at the music festival last weekend. Turn a blind eye. Ignore or pretend not to notice something. The teacher turned a blind eye to the students quietly talking during the test. On thin ice. Be in a risky or precarious situation. He knew criticizing his boss was risky and it felt like he was on thin ice. Read between the lines. Understand the hidden or implied meaning in a conversation or text. She's good at reading between the lines and understanding people's true intentions. Cost an arm and a leg. Very expensive. The new designer bag cost an arm and a leg, so I couldn't afford it. In hot water. In trouble or facing difficulties. He was in hot water after forgetting his wife's birthday. A drop in the ocean or a drop in the bucket. A very small part of something much larger. Their donation was generous, but it was just a drop in the ocean compared to what's needed. Caught red-handed. Caught in the act of doing something wrong. The thief was caught red-handed with the stolen goods. Break the ice. Initiate social contact in a situation where there's tension or awkwardness. Initiate means to start. Playing a game helped break the ice at the conference, and soon everyone was chatting. Call it a day. Decide to finish work for the day. It's getting late. Let's call it a day and continue tomorrow. In the same boat, be in the same situation or predicament as someone else. We're all struggling with the workload. We're in the same boat. A game changer, something that significantly improves a situation. The new technology was a game changer in the medical field. Bury the hatchet. A hatchet is an axe. Make peace or end a conflict. After years of fighting, they finally decided to bury the hatchet and reconcile. Blow your own trumpet. Boast or praise yourself excessively. Boast is to brag. He is always blowing his own trumpet about his achievements. Steal someone's thunder. Take attention or praise away from someone else. His announcement stole the speaker's thunder at the event. Bite the bullet. Face a difficult situation with courage. He decided to bite the bullet and confront his fear of public speaking. A tough nut to crack. A difficult problem or person to understand or deal with. Her shy nature makes her a tough nut to crack. Give someone the benefit of the doubt. Believe someone's statement without proof or evidence. Despite the suspicion, I decided to give him the benefit of the doubt. Hit the ground running. Start something immediately with a lot of energy. She started her new job and hit the ground running, completing all her tasks on the first day. A shot in the dark. An attempt that is unlikely to succeed or a random guess. This is such a difficult question. I'll just take a shot in the dark and guess. Kick the bucket. An informal way to say someone died or passed away. He wants to travel the world before kicking the bucket. Beat around the bush. Avoid talking directly about an issue. Stop beating around the bush and tell me what happened. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Someone who appears harmless but is actually dangerous or deceitful. He seemed friendly, but he was actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. Face the music. Accept the consequences of your own actions. After making the mistake, he knew he had to face the music. Butter someone up. Praise or flatter someone in order to gain their favor. He tried to butter up his boss to get a promotion. Elephant in the room. An obvious problem or issue that people avoid discussing. The financial crisis was the elephant in the room during the meeting. Throw in the towel. To give up or surrender. After numerous failed attempts, he decided to throw in the towel. Go the whole 9 yards. Make a complete effort or do everything possible. She planned the party and went the whole 9 yards with decorations, food and entertainment. Out of the woods. Be out of a difficult or dangerous situation. The patient recovered well and was finally out of the woods. To go down in flames. Fail spectacularly or disastrously. The new product launch went down in flames due to poor marketing. At a crossroads. Be at a point where an important decision must be made. After graduation, she found herself at a crossroads in her life. A dark horse. A person with hidden abilities or qualities that is not known by others. He was a dark horse in the competition, surprising everyone with his talent. See eye to eye. Agree or have the same opinion. They rarely see eye to eye on political issues. Jump on the bandwagon. Join a popular trend or activity. Many teenagers jumped on the bandwagon by getting that haircut. Play devil's advocate. Argue the opposite viewpoints for the sake of discussion. She played the devil's advocate during the debate, challenging everyone's opinions. A fish out of water. Feel uncomfortable or out of place in a particular situation. Moving to a new country made her feel like a fish out of water. Cool as a cucumber. Remain calm and composed, especially in stressful situations. Even during the crisis, he was as cool as a cucumber. Have bigger fish to fry. Have more important or pressing matters to deal with. I can't worry about minor issues. I have bigger fish to fry right now. Bringing home the bacon. Earn a living or provide financial support for a family. She works hard to bring home the bacon for her family. A dime a dozen. Something that is very common or easy to find. In that area, coffee shops are a dime a dozen. Go against the grain. Act or think differently from the majority. His unconventional approach went against the grain of traditional methods. Leave no stone unturned. Make every possible effort to find or achieve something. They left no stone unturned in their search for the missing keys. Fall on deaf ears. Ignored or disregarded by others. Her complaints fell on deaf ears. No one paid attention to her. In the driving seat. In control or a leading position. After the promotion, she found herself in the driving seat of the project. Cut corners. Do something in the easiest or quickest way, often sacrificing quality. They cut corners to finish the project on time, but the quality suffered. Burn bridges. Damage relationships or connections, making it impossible to go back. Quitting without notice will burn bridges with the company. A tough cookie. Someone who is strong and determined in difficult situations. Dealing with the illness made her a tough cookie. Throw caution to the wind. Take risks without considering the consequences. She threw caution to the wind and traveled alone to a remote place. Take it with a grain of salt. Be skeptical about something or not completely believe it. I take his promises with a grain of salt. He tends to exaggerate. Exaggerate means to make it bigger than it really is. A breath of fresh air. Someone or something that is new, different, and refreshing. His ideas were a breath of fresh air in the otherwise routine meeting. Caught between a rock and a hard place. In a situation where there are no good choices. She was caught between a rock and a hard place when both options seemed unfavorable. Put your foot in your mouth. Say something embarrassing or tactless. He put his foot in his mouth by making an inappropriate joke. Get your act together. Organize yourself or start behaving more responsibly. After failing the test, he knew he had to get his act together and study harder. Go off the deep end. React in an extreme or irrational way. After the news, he went off the deep end and started yelling. Up in arms, very angry or upset about something. The community was up in arms over the proposed construction project. On the ball, attentive, efficient, and quick to react. She's always on the ball with her work, never missing a deadline. Throwing out the baby with the bathwater. Disregard something valuable while getting rid of something undesirable. In trying to simplify the process, they threw the baby out with the bathwater. Take the bull by the horns. Face a problem directly and decisively. She took the bull by the horns and confronted her fears. Take it with a pinch of salt. Skeptical about something or not completely believe it. He tends to exaggerate. Take what he says with a pinch of salt. Turn the tables. Change a situation, offer in your favor. With his clever argument, he turned the tables on his opponent. In the loop, informed or included in a group's information or plans. As the project manager, she needs to be in the loop about all the decisions they make. Bite off more than you can chew. Take on a task that is too big or difficult to manage. She bit off more than she could chew by taking on multiple projects simultaneously. A bitter pill to swallow. Something that is difficult or unpleasant to accept. Admitting failure was a bitter pill to swallow for him. Put all your eggs in one basket. Rely heavily on a single resource or plan. Investing all your money in one stock is like putting all your eggs in one basket. Killing two birds with one stone. Accomplish two tasks with a single action. By studying in the library, she killed two birds with one stone. She completed her assignment and prepared for the test. Let the cat out of the bag. Reveal a secret or confidential information. She accidentally let the cat out of the bag about the surprise party. The apple of someone's eye. Someone's favorite or most cherished person. Her youngest daughter is the apple of her eye. Beating someone to the punch. Do something before someone else does it. He wanted to propose the idea, but she beat him to the punch and presented it first. At wit's end, extremely frustrated or perplexed about what to do in a situation. Perplexed is like confused. After trying multiple solutions, she was at her wit's end with the technical issue. The icing on the cake. Additional bonus or enhancement to an already good situation. The beautiful sunset was the icing on the cake during their beach vacation. Get the ball rolling. Start or initiate a process or activity. He made the first donation to get the ball rolling for the charity event. Turning over a new leaf. Make a fresh start or change for the better. After his recovery, he turned over a new leaf and adopted a healthier lifestyle. Let sleeping dogs lie. Avoid stirring up old conflicts or problems. He decided to let sleeping dogs lie and didn't bring up their past arguments. Get cold feet. Suddenly become nervous or anxious about something previously planned. Before the bungee jump, he got cold feet and decided not to do it. Go back to the drawing board. Start over from the beginning due to a failed or unsatisfactory result. After receiving negative feedback, they had to go back to the drawing board with their design. Be all ears, paying attention and ready to listen. When the professor started discussing the topic, the students were all ears. Having a heart of gold. Kind, generous and compassionate. Despite facing hardships, she had a heart of gold and always helps others. A penny pincher. Someone who is very careful with money and unwilling to spend it. He's a penny pincher and never buys anything unless it's absolutely necessary. Busy as a bee. Very busy or industrious. She's been as busy as a bee preparing for the upcoming event. Give someone the cold shoulder. Intentionally ignore or be unfriendly towards someone. After the argument, she gave him the cold shoulder for weeks. Have your heart in the right place. Have good intentions or a good character despite mistakes or shortcomings. Even though he makes mistakes, his heart is in the right place. Fit as a fiddle, in excellent physical health. Despite his age, he's as fit as a fiddle and goes jogging every morning. Off the beaten track, in a remote or less well-known location. Their vacation cabin is off the beaten track, far away from the city. Have a lot on your plate. Have a lot of tasks or responsibilities to manage. Between work and family, she has a lot on her plate. Have the upper hand. Have control or an advantage in a situation. Despite the setbacks, our team still has the upper hand. A sight for sore eyes. A welcome or pleasant sight especially after a difficult or tiring experience. Seeing her after a long trip was a sight for sore eyes. A pain in the neck, annoying or troublesome. Dealing with a difficult customer is a pain in the neck. Under the weather, feeling unwell or not in good health. I won't be able to attend the meeting. I'm feeling under the weather. Get off on the wrong foot. Start a relationship or situation badly or awkwardly. They got off on the wrong foot when they first met, but they eventually became friends. Bury your head in the sand. Avoid or ignore unpleasant realities. Instead of facing the issue, he buried his head in the sand and hoped it would go away. 100 English expressions about technology and the future for English learners, each with a simple explanation and example sentence. Digital nomad. A person who uses technology to work remotely from anywhere in the world. Digital nomads often work from cafes or co-working spaces. Automation, the use of technology to perform tasks without human intervention. Automation will increase efficiency in manufacturing. Big data, extremely large data sets that can be analyzed computationally. Big data helps companies understand consumer behavior. Blockchain, a system for recording information that is secure and transparent. Blockchain technology is used in cryptocurrencies. Cloud computing, storing and accessing data and programs over the internet instead of on a local computer. Cloud computing allows for scalable storage solutions. Cybersecurity, the practice of protecting systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. Cybersecurity is crucial to protect sensitive information. Digital transformation, the integration of digital technology into all areas of business. Digital transformation is changing how companies operate. E-commerce, buying and selling products and services over the internet. E-commerce continues to grow rapidly. Edge computing, processing data near the source of data generation rather than in a centralized data center. Edge computing reduces latency and bandwidth use. EVs, electric vehicles, cars powered by electricity instead of gasoline. The adoption of electric vehicles is increasing. FinTech, technology used to improve and automate financial services. FinTech innovations are disrupting traditional banking. Green technology, technology aimed at reducing environmental impact. Green technology includes renewable energy sources like solar power. 5G network, the fifth generation of mobile network technology, offering faster speeds and more reliable connections. 5G networks will enable new technologies like autonomous vehicles. IoT, Internet of Things, a network of interconnected devices that communicate and exchange data. IoT devices can automate home security systems. Machine learning, a type of AI that allows computers to learn from data and improve over time. Machine learning algorithms are used in recommendation systems. Quantum computing, advanced computing technology that uses quantum mechanical phenomena. Quantum computing could solve complex problems faster than classical computers. Renewable energy, energy from sources that are naturally replenishing. Solar and wind power are popular forms of renewable energy. Smart cities, urban areas that use technology to improve efficiency and quality of life. Smart cities can use sensors to monitor traffic and reduce congestion. Telemedicine, the use of technology to provide medical care remotely. Telemedicine is making healthcare more accessible. Wearable technology, electronic devices that can be worn on the body. Wearable technology includes fitness trackers and smart watches. VR, virtual reality, a simulated experience created by computer technology. VR is used in gaming and training simulations. AR, augmented reality, an enhanced version of the real world achieved through digital overlays. AR can be used for interactive shopping experiences. 3D printing, the process of making three-dimensional objects from a digital file. 3D printing allows for rapid prototyping of new products. Biotechnology, the use of living systems and organisms to develop products. Biotechnology advancements are improving medical treatments. Smart home, a home equipped with technology for remote control and automation. Smart home devices can control lighting and temperature. Voice recognition, technology that can identify and respond to human voices. Voice recognition is used in virtual assistants like Siri. Autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars that operate without human input. Autonomous vehicles could reduce traffic accidents. Drones, unmanned aerial vehicles used for various applications. Drones are used for aerial photography and delivery services. Robotics, the design and use of robots for performing tasks. Robotics is transforming manufacturing and healthcare. Biometrics, the measurement and analysis of unique physical or behavioral characteristics. Biometrics are used for secure authentication like fingerprint scanning. Smart grid, an electricity network that uses digital technology to monitor and manage the distribution of power. Smart grids improve energy efficiency and reliability. Digital twin, a virtual model of a physical object or system. Digital twins can simulate and predict the performance of physical systems. Nanotechnology, the manipulation of matter on an atomic or molecular scale. Nanotechnology is being used to create stronger materials. Predictive analytics, the use of data, statistical algorithms, and machine learning techniques to identify the likelihood of future outcomes. Predictive analytics can forecast consumer behavior. Cyber-physical systems, integrations of computation, networking, and physical processes. Cyber-physical systems are used in advanced manufacturing. Smart contracts, self-executing contracts with the terms of the agreement directly written into code. Smart contracts automate transactions and reduce the need for intermediaries. Digital currency, currency available only in digital form. Bitcoin is a well-known digital currency. Exoskeleton, wearable robotic suits that enhance physical abilities. Exoskeletons can help disabled individuals regain mobility. Haptic technology, technology that interacts with the user's sense of touch. Haptic technology is used in gaming controllers for tactile feedback. Neuromorphic computing, computing that mimics the neural structure of the human brain. Neuromorphic computing could lead to more advanced AI systems. MR, mixed reality, a blend of physical and digital worlds. Mixed reality can be used for interactive education. Smart fabrics, textiles integrated with electronic components. Smart fabrics can monitor health and fitness metrics. Self-healing materials. Materials that can automatically repair damage. Self-healing materials are being developed for use in construction. CRISPR, a gene editing technology that allows for precise modifications to DNA. CRISPR could potentially cure genetic disorders. Smart glass. Glass that can change its properties, such as transparency, in response to electrical stimuli. Smart glass can be used in windows to control light and heat. Gesture control. Technology that allows users to control devices using hand movements. Gesture control is used in some smart TVs. AI, artificial intelligence. Technology that enables machines to simulate human intelligence. AI is revolutionizing various industries. 3D bioprinting. The process of creating three-dimensional biological structures using a printing technique. 3D bioprinting can be used to create artificial organs. Smart agriculture. The use of technology to improve farming practices. Smart agriculture includes the use of drones for crop monitoring. Telework. Working from a remote location, often from home, using digital communication tools. Telework has become more common during the pandemic. Biodegradable electronics. Electronic devices that can decompose naturally in the environment. Biodegradable electronics could reduce electronic waste. Genetic engineering. The deliberate modification of an organism's characteristics through manipulation of its genetic material. Genetic engineering is used to create disease-resistant crops. Quantum Internet. A network that uses quantum signals to send data more securely. The quantum internet could revolutionize secure communication. Vertical farming. The practice of growing crops in vertically stacked layers. Vertical farming can help produce food in urban areas. Zero emissions vehicles. Vehicles that do not emit exhaust gases or pollutants. Zero emission vehicles are essential for reducing air pollution. Carbon capture. The process of capturing and storing atmospheric carbon dioxide. Carbon capture technology can help combat climate change. E-waste recycling. The process of reusing or repurposing discarded electronic devices. E-waste recycling can recover valuable materials from old gadgets. Smart healthcare. The use of technology to improve healthcare delivery and outcomes. Smart healthcare includes wearable devices that monitor patient health. Sustainable energy. Energy that is produced in ways that do not deplete natural resources. Sustainable energy sources include wind, solar, and hydropower. Future-proofing. The process of anticipating future developments to minimize the impact of shocks and stresses. Investing in renewable energy is a way of future-proofing our energy supply. Bioinformatics. The application of computer technology to the management of biological information. Bioinformatics helps in the analysis of genetic data. Smart transportation. The use of technology to improve transportation systems. Smart transportation can include real-time traffic management. Smart textiles. Fabrics embedded with digital components. Smart textiles can change color or temperature. Artificial organs. Man-made devices that can replace the function of natural organs. Artificial organs can save lives by replacing failing body parts. Esports. Competitive gaming as a spectator sport. Esports tournaments attract millions of viewers online. Biometric authentication. using physical characteristics like fingerprints or facial recognition for security. Biometric authentication is used in smartphones to secure access. Smart factories. Manufacturing facilities that use digital technologies to enhance productivity. Smart factories can use robots and IoT for efficient production. 3D scanning. Capturing the shape of an object using laser or light to create a digital 3D model. 3D scanning is used in virtual reality and game development. Digital identity. An online or networked identity adopted or claimed in cyberspace. Digital identity management is crucial for secure online transactions. Smart glasses. Wearable glasses that display information directly into the lenses. Smart glasses can provide real-time navigation assistance. Virtual workspaces. Digital environments that simulate a physical office space for remote teams. Virtual workspaces enable remote teams to collaborate effectively. Advanced robotics. Robots with enhanced capabilities for complex tasks. Advanced robotics are used in surgery and space exploration. Telepresence. The use of virtual reality technology to interact with a remote environment. Telepresence robots can attend meetings on behalf of individuals. Biodegradable plastics. Plastics that can break down naturally in the environment. Biodegradable plastics can reduce pollution and waste. BCI, brain-computer interface. Direct communication pathways between the brain and external devices. BCIs could help people with disabilities control devices with their thoughts. Precision medicine. Medical care designed to optimize efficiency or therapeutic benefit for a particular group of patients. Precision medicine uses genetic information to tailor treatments. Energy harvesting. Capturing and storing energy from external sources like solar or wind. Energy harvesting can power remote sensors. Holographic displays. Virtual devices that project three-dimensional images. Holographic displays can be used for immersive presentations. Biohacking. The practice of using science and technology to enhance the human body. Biohacking can include implants or genetic modifications. Digital therapeutics. Evidence-based therapeutic intervention driven by software programs to prevent, manage, or treat medical conditions. Digital therapeutics can provide mental health support through apps. Nano drones. Very small drones used for tasks like surveillance and environmental monitoring. Nano drones can explore areas too dangerous for humans. Hyperloop. A proposed high-speed transportation system in which passengers travel in pods through low-pressure tubes. Hyperloop technology could drastically reduce travel time. Smart traffic management. The use of digital technologies to optimize traffic flow. Smart traffic management can reduce congestion and emissions. Biodegradable sensors. Sensors that can decompose naturally after use. Biodegradable sensors can monitor environmental conditions without leaving waste. Smart lighting. Lighting systems that can be controlled remotely and adapt to different conditions. Smart lighting can reduce energy consumption. Artificial photosynthesis. Technology that mimics the natural process of photosynthesis to create energy. Artificial photosynthesis could reduce clean fuel from sunlight and water. Quantum cryptography. The use of quantum mechanics to encrypt and transmit data securely. Quantum cryptography could make data transmission virtually unhackable. Smart dust. Tiny, wireless, microelectromechanical sensors, MEMS, that can detect environmental conditions. Smart dust can monitor air quality in real time. Energy efficient buildings. Structures designed to reduce energy consumption through smart technology. Energy efficient buildings use smart thermostats and automated lighting. Neural networks. A series of algorithms that mimic the operations of a human brain to recognize patterns. Neural networks are used in deep learning applications. Digital assistants. AI-powered software agents that can perform tasks or services for an individual. Digital assistants like Alexa and Google Assistant can control smart home devices. Synthetic biology. The design and construction of new biological parts, devices, and systems. Synthetic biology can create biofuels from engineered microorganisms. Telecommuting. Working remotely using telecommunications technology. Telecommuting has become more common due to advances in internet connectivity. Biochips. Microchips that can perform biological functions or analyze biological information. Biochips are used in medical diagnostics and personalized medicine. Smart retail. The use of technology to enhance the shopping experience. Smart retail can use AR to provide virtual fitting rooms. Space tourism. Commercial travel into space for recreational purposes. Space tourism companies are planning trips for civilians. Drone delivery. The use of drones to deliver packages. Drone delivery can speed up the shipping process. Digital twins. Digital replicas of physical entities used for analysis and simulation. Digital twins can predict equipment failures in manufacturing. 100 academic words for advanced English learners. Analyze, examine, methodically and in detail. Students were asked to analyze the impact of climate change on biodiversity. Hypothesis, a possible explanation made on limited evidence as the start of an investigation. The hypothesis suggests that increased sunlight exposure leads to improved mood. Synthesize, combine different ideas to form a coherent whole. The research paper aims to synthesize various perspectives on urban development. Critique, evaluate and analyze something, often in a critical manner. The professor critiqued the methodology used in the experiment. Paradigm, a typical example or pattern of something. The study presented a new paradigm for understanding social behavior. Empirical, based on observation or experience rather than theory or logic. The researcher gathered empirical data to support their hypothesis. Quantitative, relating to measuring or measured by the quantity of something. The study found a correlation between income levels and quantitative measures of happiness. Qualitative, relating to measuring or measured by the quality of something. The qualitative analysis revealed participants' emotional responses to the stimulus. Ethical, relating to moral principles or the breach of knowledge dealing with these. The study was reviewed by an ethics committee to ensure participant welfare. Validity, the extent to which a test or piece of research measures what it claims to measure. The psychologist assessed the validity of the personality assessment tool. Credible, able to be believed or convincing. The scientist provided credible evidence to support her theory. Anomaly, something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected, something strange. The researcher discovered an anomaly in the experimental results. Correlation, a mutual relationship or connection between two or more things. The study found a positive correlation between exercise and mental well-being. Phenomenon, a fact or situation that is observed to exist or happen, especially one whose cause or explanation is in question. The phenomenon of cultural assimilation is evident in immigrant communities. Abstract, existing in thought or as an idea but not having a physical or concrete existence. The concept of justice is abstract but has profound real-world implications. Bias, prejudice in favor of or against one thing, person or group compared with another, usually in a way considered to be unfair. The researcher aimed to minimize bias in the survey design. Conclusive, serving to prove a case, decisive or convincing. The conclusive evidence led to the conviction of the suspect. Consensus, general agreement among a group of people. There was a consensus among the committee members regarding the proposed policy changes. Context, the circumstances that form the setting for an event, statement, or idea, and in terms of which it can be fully understood and assessed. Understanding the historical context is essential for interpreting the poem accurately. Criteria, a principle or standard by which something may be judged or decided. The selection committee established specific criteria for evaluating scholarship applications. Deduce, arrive at a fact or conclusion by reasoning. Draw as a logical conclusion. From the data collected, researchers were able to deduce patterns in consumer behavior. Dilemma, a situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two or more alternatives, especially equally undesirable ones. The CEO faced a dilemma between cutting costs and maintaining employee satisfaction. Discourse, written or spoken communication or debate. The discourse surrounding climate change policy has become increasingly contentious. Elaborate, involving many carefully arranged parts or details, detailed and complicated in design and planning. The researcher provided an elaborate explanation of the experimental procedure. Exemplify, be a typical example of. The study of this species exemplifies the challenges of conservation biology. Generalize, make a general or broad statement by inferring from specific cases. It is risky to generalize about human behavior based on a single study. Infer, deduce or conclude information from evidence and reasoning rather than from explicit statements. From the data collected, researchers were able to infer patterns of migration. Paradox, a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement or proposition that, when investigated or explained, may prove to be well-founded or true. The concept of time travel presents a paradox within the laws of physics. Malnutrition, a condition resulting from inadequate or unbalanced food intake. Malnutrition is prevalent in many developing countries where access to nutritious food is limited. Proponent, a person who advocates a theory, proposal, or project. The professor was a leading proponent of renewable energy research. Reconcile, restore friendly relations between two parties. The judge helped reconcile the conflicting parties' interests. Refute, prove a statement or theory to be wrong or false. Disprove. The researcher refuted the hypothesis with compelling evidence. Retrospective, looking back or dealing with past events or situations. The retrospective analysis revealed flaws in the initial study design. Substantiate, provide evidence to support or prove the truth of. The findings were substantiated by data from multiple experiments. Ambiguous, open to more than one interpretation, having a double meaning. The instructions were ambiguous, leading to confusion among participants. Assess, evaluate or estimate the nature, ability or quality of. The teacher assessed the student's understanding through a series of quizzes. Conformity, compliance with standards, rules or laws. Social conformity often shapes individuals. Criterion, a principle or standard by which something may be judged or decided. The primary criterion for admission is academic excellence. Evoke, bring or recall to the conscious mind. The painting evoked strong emotions among viewers. Implication, the conclusion that can be drawn from something, although it is not explicitly stated. The implication of the study's findings is significant for public health policy. Inference, a conclusion reached on the basis of evidence and reasoning. The researcher made an inference based on the patterns observed in the data. Discrepancy, a lack of compatibility or similarity between two or more facts or pieces of information. The auditor found a significant discrepancy between the reported and actual expenses. Epitome, a person or thing that is a perfect example of a particular quality or type. Einstein is often regarded as the epitome of genius in the field of physics. Fallacy, a mistaken belief, especially one based on unsound argument. The idea that all politicians are corrupt is a fallacy perpetuated by media bias. Imminent, about to happen, impending. The imminent arrival of the hurricane prompted widespread evacuation. Lucid, expressed clearly, easy to understand. The professor's lecture was so lucid that even the most complex concepts became clear. Nebulous, in the form of a cloud or haze, hazy. The concept of beauty is often nebulous and subjective. Ominous, giving the impression that something bad or unpleasant is going to happen. The dark clouds gathering on the horizon were an ominous sign of the impending storm. Pristine, in its original condition, unspoiled. The archaeological site revealed artifacts in pristine condition, untouched for centuries. Resilient, able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. Despite facing numerous setbacks, she remained resilient and continued pursuing her goals. Scrutinize, examine or inspect closely and thoroughly. The committee scrutinized the candidates' qualifications before making their decision. Tenacious, tending to keep a firm hold of something, clinging or adhering closely. Her tenacious grip on her principles earned her respect among her peers. Verbose, using or expressing in more words than are needed. The professor's verbose writing style made the textbook difficult for students to follow. Alleviate, make suffering, deficiency or a problem less severe. Improve something. The new medication helped alleviate the patient's chronic pain. Corroborate, confirm or give support to a statement, theory or finding. The eyewitness's testimony corroborated the victim's account of the incident. Enigma, a person or thing that is mysterious, puzzling or difficult to understand. The Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile has puzzled art historians for centuries. Frivolous, not having any serious purpose or value. The lawsuit was dismissed as frivolous by the judge. Incongruous, not in harmony or keeping with the surroundings or other aspects of something. His casual attire seemed incongruous at such a formal event. lethargic, sluggish, and apathetic. After the long hike, she felt lethargic and struggled to stay awake. Myriad, a countless or extremely great number. The internet offers a myriad of resources for research and learning. Obtuse, annoyingly insensitive or slow to understand. His obtuse response to the problem only exacerbated the situation. Repudiate, refuse to accept or be associated with. The politician repudiated the allegations of corruption. Solace, comfort or consolation in time of distress or sadness. Nature provided solace to the grieving widow as she walked through the forest. Ubiquitous, present, appearing, or found everywhere. Smartphones have become ubiquitous in modern society. Venerate, regard with great respect or revere. Many cultures venerate their ancestors through rituals or ceremonies. Arcane, understood by few, mysterious or secret. The ancient rituals of the tribe remained arcane to outsiders. Discord, disagreement between people. The discord between team members hindered progress on the project. Euphemism, a mild or indirect word or expression substituted for one considered to be too harsh or blunt when referring to something unpleasant or embarrassing. Let go is often used as a euphemism for being fired from a job. Incendiary, tending to stir up conflict, inflammatory. The politician's incendiary remarks sparked outrage among the opposition. Meticulous, showing great attention to detail, very carefully and precise. The artist was meticulous in recreating every brushstroke of the masterpiece. Opulent, ostentatiously rich and luxurious or lavish. The opulent palace was adorned with gold and marble. Paragon, a person or thing regarded as a perfect example of a particular quality. She was considered a paragon of virtue in the community. Relegate, consign or dismiss to an inferior rank or position. He felt relegated to a subordinate role within the organization. Sycophant, a person who acts flattering towards someone important in order to gain advantage. The sycophant flattered the CEO in hopes of a promotion. Unprecedented, never done or known before. The scale of the natural disaster was unprecedented in the region's history. Vicarious, experienced in the imagination through feelings or actions of another person. She lived vicariously through her daughter's successes. Aberration, a departure from what is normal, usual, or expected, typically one that is unwelcome. The sudden surge in temperature was an aberration for this time of year. Capitulate, cease to resist an opponent or an unwelcome demand, to surrender. Faced with overwhelming odds, the general decided to capitulate. Dissent, the opinion that is different from what most people believe. The Minority Report presented a dissenting opinion on the proposed policy. Refine, to improve something by making small changes, particularly in methods or processes. The researchers refined their experimental techniques to obtain more accurate results. Facetious, treating serious issues with deliberately inappropriate humor. His facetious remarks during the meeting caused everyone to be upset at him. Ambivalent, having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. She felt ambivalent about the proposed changes to the curriculum. Zealot, a person who is fanatical and uncompromising in pursuit of their religious, political, or other ideals. The zealot's fervent beliefs often alienated those with differing opinions. Fathom, understand, a difficult problem or enigmatic person after much thought. Despite numerous attempts, he could not fathom her motivations. Hegemony, leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group over others. The empire's hegemony extended over vast territories. Conceptualize, to form a concept or ideas of something. The ability to conceptualize abstract ideas is crucial for theoretical research. Explicate, to analyze and develop an idea or principle in detail. The philosopher sought to explicate the underlying concepts of the theory. Augment, to make something greater by adding to it. To increase. The study aims to augment the current understanding of climate change. Contextualize, to place something within a context to understand it better. The historian contextualized the event within the broader social and economic trends of the time. Formulate, to create or devise a method or strategy in a systematic way. The team formulated a new approach to solve the problem. Extrapolate, to infer or estimate by extending or projecting known information. Researchers can extrapolate future trends based on the data collected. Collaborate, to work jointly with others, especially in an intellectual endeavor. Scientists often collaborate with colleagues in different fields to enhance their research. Elucidate, to make something clear or to explain. The professor elucidated the complex theory with a series of simple examples. Hypothesize, to interpret or to propose based on established facts. A plausible explanation or reasonable basis for further investigation of something. The scientists hypothesize that the new drug will have fewer side effects. Differentiate, to recognize or ascertain what makes something different. The study differentiates between various types of social behavior. Empirically, based on observation or experience rather than theory or pure logic. The study is empirically grounded, relying on data collected from extensive field work. Paradoxical, seeming absurd or self-contradictory. The concept of time travel creates paradoxical implications for causality. Critically, in a way that expresses or involves an analysis of the merits and faults of a work. The article critically examines the assumptions underlying the research methodology. Efficacy, the ability to produce a desired or intended result. The efficacy of the treatment was confirmed through clinical trials. Pragmatic, dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations. The pragmatic approach to the problem yielded effective solutions. Expressions about love for English learners. Head over heels, completely in love. Ever since they met, he's been head over heels in love with her. Love is blind. When someone is in love, they may overlook flaws in the person they love. She didn't notice his faults because love is blind. Woo someone. To pursue someone with romantic intentions. He spent weeks wooing her with flowers and sweet gestures. Heart skips a beat. The feeling of excitement or nervousness, especially when seeing someone you love. Every time she walks into the room, his heart skips a beat. Lovey-dovey, excessively affectionate or romantic behavior between two people. They spent the whole evening being lovey-dovey, holding hands and whispering sweet nothings. Sweet nothings, affectionate words or romantic expressions whispered between lovers. As they strolled through the park, he whispered sweet nothings into her ear, making her blush. Love at first sight. Falling in love immediately upon first seeing someone. When they met, it was love at first sight, and they've been together ever since. Be smitten with someone. Being strongly attracted to someone. From the moment they met, he was utterly smitten with her. Pop the question, or get down on one knee. Propose marriage. He's planning to pop the question on Valentine's Day. Love triangle. A romantic situation involving 3 people. The movie revolves around a complicated love triangle. Wear your heart on your sleeve to openly show your emotions, especially love. She wears her heart on her sleeve, so it's easy to see when she's happy or sad. Cupid's arrow. The idea that love is like being struck by Cupid's arrow, causing romantic feelings. When they met, it felt like Cupid's arrow had hit them both. Love knows no bounds. Love is not limited by any boundaries or restrictions. Their love knows no bounds, going beyond distance and differences. Butterflies in your stomach, feeling nervous or excited, often before a romantic meeting. Before the date, she had butterflies in her stomach. Having a soft spot for someone. To feel a special liking for someone. Despite his tough exterior, he has a soft spot for animals. Sweep a woman off her feet. Impress or charm someone in a way they fall in love with you. He swept her off her feet with his romantic gestures. Having a crush on someone. Having strong romantic feelings for someone. She's had a crush on him since the first day of school. Love is in the air. The feeling that love and romance is all around. With the decorations and flowers, it seems like love is in the air. Playing hard to get. Acting uninterested or unavailable to make someone more interested in you. She's playing hard to get, but he's determined to win her over. In Korea, they call it miltang, push or pull in a relationship. Love struck. Be strongly affected by love. Ever since their first date, he's been love struck. The love of someone's life. The most important and loved person in someone's life. After many years together, she is still the love of his life. Steal someone's heart. Catch someone's affection. His kindness and charm managed to steal her heart. Infatuated with someone. Intensely attracted or obsessed with someone. She's infatuated with the idea of being in love. Fall for someone. Hook, line and sinker. Fall completely and unconditionally in love. Despite her initial hesitation, she fell for him hook, line and sinker. The one and only. The exclusive and most important person in someone's life. She is his one and only. He would do anything for her. A perfect match. Well suited and compatible with someone. They complement each other so well. They are a perfect match. Have a heart to heart. A sincere and honest conversation about one's feelings. They had a heart to heart about their future together. Have the key to someone's heart. Know how to win someone's affection or love. She has the key to his heart. She knows exactly how to make him happy. Inseparable. Unable to be apart from one another. They became inseparable after that summer vacation. A match made in heaven. A perfectly suited or well-matched couple. They are truly a match made in heaven. They complement each other in every way. Have eyes only for each other. A couple that is so focused on one another that others are not noticed. At the party, they had eyes only for each other, oblivious to the surroundings. Honeymoon phase. The early, intense stages of a romantic relationship. They are still in the honeymoon phase, always affectionate and full of compliments. Puppy love. A youthful romantic love, usually referring to teenagers. Their relationship started as puppy love in high school, but surprisingly, it lasted through the years. Tie the knot. Get hitched. Get married. After years of dating, they finally tied the knot in a beautiful beach ceremony. Blind date. A date where neither of the people involved have met each other before. Sarah was set up on a blind date with Tom, and surprisingly, they hit it off instantly. High school sweethearts, a couple that dates during high school. Jane and Ben were high school sweethearts, but broke up when they left for university. Go weak at the knees. Feel a strong physical or emotional reaction due to romantic feelings. His heartfelt confession made her weak at the knees, and she couldn't resist saying yes to a date. Love is a two-way street. Both partners must contribute to the success of a relationship. It requires effort from both sides. She realized that love is a two-way street and they both need to work on their relationship. All's fair in love and war. When dealing with matters of the heart or conflict, any tactic is acceptable. He plucked some flowers from a garden for his girlfriend, saying that all is fair in love and war. Absence makes the heart grow fond. When you don't see someone you love for some time, you think about them and miss them even more. She was worried about dating long distance, but he reminded her that absence makes the heart grow fond. Long distance relationship. A relationship where partners live far away from each other. While he is at college, they will have a long-distance relationship, only meeting on weekends and vacations. Find Mr. or Mrs. Right. Try to find the perfect person to marry. Jim is not married. He is in search for Mrs. Right. Be an item. Be a couple. Apparently, Tiffany and Tim are an item. I always see them together. Double date. When two couples go on a date together. My friend and I will go on a double date with our girlfriends to the park. Through thick and thin. Through good and bad times. He loves his wife. Through thick and thin. Those three small words. When someone refers to those three little words, they're talking about the words, I love you. Finally, after months of dating, Fred could finally say those three small words to his girlfriend. To be under someone's spell. Deeply captivated or infatuated by that person. Feeling as if they are under magical influence. After just a few conversations, Sarah found herself under James' spell, enchanted by his charisma and kindness. Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. The idea that experiencing love, even if it ends in heartbreak, is more valuable and enriching than avoiding love altogether. Though Emma went through a painful breakup, she believes it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Opposites attract. People with different personalities, interests, or characteristics are often drawn to each other romantically. Jake and Emily are a perfect example of opposites attract, as Jake is outgoing and adventurous, while Emily is more reserved and enjoys quiet evenings at home. Rekindle the fire. Renewing a romantic relationship that has lost its spark or passion. After going through a rough patch, Sarah and Tom decided to take a weekend getaway to try and rekindle the flame in their relationship. Going through a rough patch. A difficult or challenging period in someone's life. During 2021, many individuals and businesses went through a rough patch due to economic uncertainty. An old flame, a past romantic partner. At the high school reunion, Jessica unexpectedly encountered an old flame from her college days. Better half. An endearing and informal way to refer to your spouse or partner. Sarah is Jack's better half. They complement each other perfectly. Love handles. Excess fat around the waist. Sarah was self-conscious about her love handles and started exercising to get rid of them. Your heart is in the right place. Having good intentions. Even if he makes mistakes, his heart is in the right place. Heartfelt. Sincere and deeply felt. She wrote a heartfelt letter expressing her love and gratitude. The heart of the matter. The most important or essential part of a situation. Let's get to the heart of the matter and discuss our true feelings. Love is a roller coaster. Relationships have ups and downs similar to the highs and lows of a roller coaster. Jane and John's relationship is like a roller coaster. One day they're happy, the next they're arguing. The way to someone's heart is through their stomach. Cooking for someone is a good way to win their affection. He learned to cook because he believed the way to her heart was through her stomach. Love conquers all. The belief that love is the most powerful force and can overcome any obstacle. Despite the challenges, they held on to the belief that love conquers all. Follow your heart. Do what you feel is the right decision or follow your instincts. Instead of taking the stable job, she decided to follow her heart and pursue her passion. A change of heart. To change one's opinion or feelings about something. After talking to her, he had a change of heart about attending the party. Your heart's desire. What you desire the most. Traveling the world was her heart's desire since childhood. A heart of gold. Exceptionally kind and generous. Despite her tough exterior, she has a heart of gold, always helping others. Near and dear to your heart. To be very important or cherished by someone. The old family photographs are near and dear to Sarah's heart. Tugging at your heartstrings. Making you feel strong emotions. The movie was so sad, it really tugged at my heartstrings and made me cry. Joined at the hip. Two people who are very closely connected or spend a significant amount of time together. Kate and Emily are joined at the hip, doing everything together and sharing the ups and downs of life. Hit it off. When two people quickly and easily start a relationship. At the networking event, James and Lisa hit it off immediately, discovering common interests and engaging in lively conversation. Ball and chain, a joking term for someone you're married to. Jim affectionately calls his wife his ball and chain. Love bombing, providing endless compliments and praise to someone to the point of discomfort. In the beginning, Mark's love bombing made Mary feel incredibly special and adored, but she later realized it was too much. Unrequited love. Love that isn't shared by the other person. Despite pouring his heart out in a heartfelt letter, John faced the heartbreak of unrequited love when Jane expressed that she saw him only as a friend. Have the hots for someone. An informal or playful way to say that you are romantically interested in someone. I have the hots for my neighbor. I'm going to ask her out on a date. Heartthrob. A person, usually a celebrity, that is widely considered as attractive. As a popular actor and singer, Chris became a heartthrob, capturing the hearts of fans worldwide with his charm, good looks, and talent. Have a thing for someone. When you have a thing for someone, it means that you are attracted to that person. Ever since they met at the party, Sarah has had a thing for Tom, finding herself drawn to his sense of humor and charming personality. Written in the stars. If something is written in the stars, it is destiny. When they unexpectedly met years later in a foreign city, they felt that their reunion was written in the stars. Star-crossed lovers. Star-crossed lovers are people who are in love but cannot be together due to circumstances beyond their control. Romeo and Juliet are perhaps the most famous example of star-crossed lovers, their tragic fate sealed by the long-standing feud between their families. Be someone's rock. To be someone's rock means to be a source of strength and support for someone. During the tough period of her illness, Jane's best friend proved to be her rock, offering constant encouragement and support. The course of true love never did run smooth. True love always comes with challenges. This phrase emphasizes that a deep, genuine love relationship is rarely easy or without struggles. Despite the ups and downs, Sarah and John remain committed to each other, understanding that the course of true love never did run smooth. Till death do us part. Traditionally, part of marriage vows, this phrase signifies a lifelong commitment, as if fated to be together until the end. As they exchanged wedding vows, the couple promised to love and cherish each other till death do them part. Sparks flying, used to describe the visible chemistry or attraction between two people. When they first met at the party, there were sparks flying between Emily and David, and everyone could see the instant connection and chemistry between them. Love makes the world go round. The idea that love and positive emotions are an essential and fundamental aspect of human existence, playing a crucial role in the bringing of joy, meaning, and harmony to the world. Even in the face of challenges, Maria always believed that love makes the world go round, and she approaches every day with kindness, compassion, and a loving heart. Settle down. When someone decides to settle down, they choose to lead a more stable, settled life, often through marriage or a committed long-term relationship. After years of traveling and exploring different career opportunities, Jake decided it was time to settle down, buy a house, and start a family. A person after my own heart. A person that shares the same interests, likes, and dislikes as you do. I love my new housemate. She's a person after my own heart. Know it by heart. If you know something very well or have memorized it, I know the song by heart. Heart set on something. If you really want something. For Christmas, I have my heart set on getting a new bicycle. From the bottom of my heart. A sincere and heartfelt way to express emotions. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your unwavering support during this challenging time. Take your breath away. Something awe-inspiring, beautiful, or emotionally intense. When Maria walked into the room wearing her wedding gown, John was completely mesmerized. Her beauty truly took his breath away. Wear the pants in the relationship. The dominant or decision-making partner in a relationship. Despite his assertive nature, she definitely wears the pants in their relationship. Tough love. Being strict when disciplining someone out of love. My parents were hard on me growing up, but it was the tough love I needed. Dump someone. Break up with someone. I can't believe he dumped her after a 3-year relationship. Ask someone out. Ask someone on a date. A few boys asked her out, but she rejected them all. A love-hate relationship. Having very strong loving feelings, but sometimes also hating other aspects of something. Jane and her co-worker have a love-hate relationship. They often clash on ideas at work, but deep down they respect each other's abilities and occasionally enjoy each other's company. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Everyone has different preferences for what is attractive. Ella likes guys with big beards. Her friends say that beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder. Leave someone at the altar. Decide not to marry at the last minute. Her fiancé left her at the altar and moved to Fiji. No love lost. Two people who dislike one another. There is no love lost between Donald and Hillary. Kiss and make up. The resolution of a conflict or disagreement between two people. After their heated argument, Lisa and Mike decided to kiss and make up because they realized that their friendship was more important than the disagreement they had. The third wheel. A third person who hangs out with a couple. During dinner, Jake felt like the third wheel as his friends Alex and Emma focused on each other and their conversation, leaving him feeling a bit left out. A shotgun wedding. A wedding that was arranged quickly because the woman is pregnant. After discovering they were expecting a child, Tom and Sarah decided to have a shotgun wedding to ensure a stable family environment for their soon-to-arrive baby. Playing the field. Someone who dates multiple people without committing to a serious relationship. After her breakup, Jenny decided to take some time for herself and started playing the field, enjoying meeting new people and experiencing different social circles. Take things slow. Date slowly and cautiously, getting to know the other person first in a relationship. After their first date, Susan and Peter decided to take things slow, enjoying each other's company without rushing into a serious commitment. 100 useful English Olympic expressions along with their meanings and examples. Go for gold. To strive for first place or victory. The gymnast is determined to go for gold in the finals. Dark horse. A competitor that is not well known but has the potential to win. She was a dark horse in the race but ended up winning the gold medal. Break a record. To surpass a previous achievement. The swimmer broke a world record in the 200-meter freestyle. Under the radar. Not noticed or recognized. The athlete flew under the radar but surprised everyone with his performance. Come out on top. To win or be the best. The team came out on top after a fierce competition. Hit the ground running. To start something and proceed quickly. The athlete hit the ground running in the first lap of the race. Hold your own. To perform well in a challenging situation. She held her own against the world's best athletes. Under pressure. Experiencing stress or difficulty. He performed exceptionally well under pressure. On the podium. Among the top 3 finishers in an event. The sprinter hopes to be on the podium this year. Photo finish. A race so close that the winner is determined by a photograph. The 100-meter dash ended in a photo finish. Make a splash. To attract attention or cause excitement. The young diver made a splash with her impressive performance. In the spotlight. Receiving a lot of attention. The athlete is in the spotlight after winning 3 gold medals. Push the envelope. To go beyond the usual limits. He always pushes the envelope with his innovative training techniques. Jump the gun. To start something prematurely. The runner was disqualified for jumping the gun. Nail biter. A very exciting or suspenseful event. The final match was a real nail biter. Off to a flying start. To have a very successful beginning. The team is off to a flying start in the tournament. Level playing field. A fair competition where no one has an advantage. The new rules are intended to create a level playing field. Raise the bar. To set a higher standard. The athlete's performance has raised the bar for others. Touch base. To briefly make contact or update someone. The coach touched base with the athlete before the event. Put on your game face. A serious expression showing readiness for a challenge. She put on her game face before stepping onto the track. In the zone. In a state of intense focus and high performance. The gymnast was in the zone during her routine. Against all odds, despite difficult circumstances. The underdog won the match against all odds. Underdog, the person expected to lose. The opposite of the favorite. Despite being an underdog in the boxing match, he won. On the edge of your seat. Very excited or anxious. The crowd was on the edge of their seats during the final minutes. Comeback kid. Someone who makes a successful return after a setback. The athlete is known as the comeback kid after recovering from injury. Step up to the plate. To take responsibility or take on a challenge. The captain stepped up to the plate when the team needed her most. Bite the dust. To fail or be defeated. Many competitors bit the dust in the qualifying rounds. On the brink. Very close to doing something or experiencing something. The team was on the brink of victory. Throw in the towel. To give up or admit defeat. After a tough match, he finally threw in the towel. Up and comer. Someone who is showing promise and likely to succeed. The young sprinter is an up and comer in track and field. Test the waters. To try something out before committing fully. The athlete tested the waters by competing in smaller events first. Take it to the next level. To improve or advance something significantly. The coach's new strategy took the team to the next level. Head to head in direct competition. The 2 best teams went head to head in the finals. Go the distance. To complete something difficult or challenging. She went the distance and finished the marathon. Make or break. A situation that will either lead to success or failure. The final match is make or break for the athlete's career. In full swing, in progress or fully active. The competition is in full swing now. Up for grabs. Available for anyone to take or win. With the top athletes out, the gold medal is up for grabs. Under the weather, feeling ill. The athlete was feeling under the weather but still competed. Throw down the gauntlet to challenge someone. The reigning champion threw down the gauntlet to his rivals. Go all out. To put in maximum effort. The team went all out in the final match. Sink or swim. To either succeed or fail without help. The new athlete had to sink or swim in the competition, rise to the occasion, to perform well in a difficult situation. She always rises to the occasion in big events. Blow away the competition, to perform much better than the competitors. The sprinter blew away the competition in the finals. Out of left field, unexpected or surprising. The athlete's victory came out of left field. Take the plunge, to commit to a risky or important action. He took the plunge and entered the Olympic trials. Hauled all the aces, to be in a strong or advantageous position. With her experience, she holds all the aces in this competition. On a roll, experiencing a period of success. The team is on a roll after winning their last 5 matches. Out of your league, beyond your ability or level. Competing against the world champion felt out of his league. Come full circle, to return to the original position or situation. Her career has come full circle as she competes in her last Olympics. Jump through hoops, to go through a lot of effort to achieve something. He had to jump through hoops to qualify for the team. Back to square one, to start over from the beginning. After the injury, she was back to square one in her training. Over the moon, extremely happy. The athlete was over the moon after winning the gold medal. Storm to victory, to win decisively. The team stormed to victory in the finals. Edge out, to narrowly defeat someone. He edged out his competitors by a fraction of a second. Eye of the tiger, intense focus and determination. She had the eye of the tiger during the competition. Down to the wire, very close to the end or deadline. The race went down to the wire with a photo finish. In the driver's seat, in control or a dominant position. The team is in the driver's seat going into the final round. The ball is in your court. It's your turn to take action or make a decision. The coach said the ball is in their court now. A leap of faith, taking a risk based on belief or hope. Entering the competition was a leap of faith for the young athlete. Hit your stride, to become comfortable and perform well. She hit her stride in the second half of the race. The home stretch, the final part of a race or task. The marathon runners are now in the home stretch. Take the bull by the horns, to confront a problem directly. He took the bull by the horns and started intense training. All hands on deck. Everyone needs to help out. It's all hands on deck for the team before the finals. Touch and go, uncertain or risky. The outcome of the match was touch and go until the last second. Get a second wind, to regain energy after fatigue. The runner got a second wind in the last mile. Face the music, to deal with the consequences. The athletes had to face the music after the disqualification. In the running, having a chance to win. She is still in the running for the gold medal. Playing for keeps, competing seriously with real consequences. In the finals, everyone is playing for keeps. Keep your eye on the ball. Stay focused. He kept his eye on the ball throughout the competition. Cutting it close. Almost not making it in time. They were cutting it close with their last minute preparations. Go the extra mile. To make a special effort. She went the extra mile in her training regimen. Game changer. Something that significantly changes a situation. The new strategy was a game game changer for the team. Take one for the team. To make a sacrifice for the benefit of others. He took one for the team by competing despite his injury, on thin ice, in a risky or precarious situation. The athlete was on thin ice after a series of poor performances. Pull out all the stops. To do everything possible to succeed. The coach pulled out all the stops to prepare the team. Out of the woods, out of danger or difficulty. The athlete is not out of the woods yet, but is recovering well. Sink your teeth into. To start something with enthusiasm. She sank her teeth into training for the upcoming games. Fight tooth and nail. To fight fiercely. They fought tooth and nail to secure their place in the finals. On the cusp. At the point where something is about to change. The athlete is on the cusp of breaking into the top ranks. In the same boat, in the same situation. All the competitors are in the same boat, facing tough conditions. In over your head, in a situation that is too difficult. The new athlete felt over her head at the Olympics. Throw your hat in the ring to join a competition. He decided to throw his hat in the ring for the next Olympics. Against the clock, rushed or working quickly to meet a deadline. The athlete was racing against the clock to recover from injury. Run out of steam, to lose energy or momentum. He ran out of steam in the last lap of the race. Roll with the punches, to adapt to difficulties. The team had to roll with the punches after a key player was injured. Get your head in the game, to focus on a task. The coach told the players to get their heads in the game. A long shot, a very unlikely outcome. Winning the gold was a long shot, but she believed in herself. Under the gun, under pressure to perform. The team is under the gun to deliver a strong performance. Throw a curveball, to surprise someone with an unexpected event. The injury threw a curveball into his training plans. On the back foot, at a disadvantage. The early loss put the team on the back foot. Run circles around to outperform someone easily. The champion ran circles around her competitors. Jump on the bandwagon to join others in doing something popular. Many fans jumped on the bandwagon after the team's recent success. Play your cards right to act in a way that will lead to success. If he plays his cards right, he could win the gold. Head above water to manage despite difficulties. The athlete is keeping his head above water despite the pressure. Back to the drawing board to start over due to a failure. After the loss, the team went back to the drawing board. On the ropes, close to defeat. The boxer was on the ropes but made a comeback. Keep the ball rolling to maintain progress. The team needs to keep the ball rolling after this victory. Cross the line to finish a race or task. She crossed the line in record time. Play it by ear to act without planning. The coach decided to play it by ear due to the unpredictable weather. All bets are off. The outcome is unpredictable. With the top seed out, all bets are off for the finals. These expressions not only enhance vocabulary, but also help in understanding the nuances and excitement surrounding the Olympic Games. 100 phrasal verbs that every English learner should know. A phrasal verb is the combination of a verb plus an adverb or preposition, which has a different meaning from the word separately. For example, catch on means to understand. Act up, behave or function improperly. My computer started acting up again and needs fixing. Back up, to move backwards or support someone or something. I'll back you up in the meeting if you need me to. Blow up, to explode or become very angry. She blew up at her boss when he criticized her work. Break down, when a machine stops working or to lose control of emotions. We had a breakdown on the highway and had to call a tow truck. Break up, to end a relationship or to break something into smaller pieces. They broke up last month after dating for 3 years. Bring up, to raise a topic or raise a child. My parents brought me up to be polite and respectful. Call back to return a phone call. I'll call you back as soon as I'm finished with this meeting. Call off to cancel something. The game was called off due to bad weather. Carry on to continue doing something. She carried on working even though it was late. Check in to register at a hotel or airport. Passengers must check in at least 2 hours before their flight. Check out to leave a hotel. We checked out of the hotel early to avoid the rush. Come across to find or discover something by chance. I came across this gold coin while cleaning out the closet. Come over to visit someone's home. Why don't you come over for dinner tomorrow night? Count on to rely or trust someone. You can count on me to be there on time. Cut back to reduce the amount of something. We need to cut back on our spending this month. Cut off to disconnect or stop something. The phone was cut off because we didn't pay the bill. Cut out to remove something by cutting or to stop doing something. I need to cut out junk food from my diet. Do over to do something again, especially because you did it badly the first time. He had to do over the experiment because of a mistake. Do without to manage without having something. We had to do without electricity for a few hours. Drop off to deliver or deposit something or to fall asleep quickly. She dropped off as soon as her head hit the pillow. End up to finally be in a particular place or situation. If you keep spending money like this, you'll end up broke. Figure out to understand or solve a problem. It took me a while to figure out how to use the new software. Fill out to complete a form or document by adding required information. Please fill out this application form and return it to us. Find out to discover or learn something, usually by asking or searching. I need to find out what time the movie starts. Get along to have a good relationship with someone. I get along well with all my teachers. Get away to escape or take a vacation. We need to get away from the city for a few days. Get back to return to a place or person regarding something. I'll get back to you on that matter as soon as possible. Get by to manage or survive with what is available. It's not easy to get by on such a low salary. Get off to leave a vehicle or to avoid punishment. He got off with just a warning. Get on to board a vehicle or to have a good relationship with someone. I don't really get on with his sister. Get over to recover from an illness or emotional distress. He's still trying to get over the flu. Get through to finish something or to communicate successfully. I can't seem to get through to him that this is important. Give back to return something to its owner. She gave back the money she owed me. Give up to stop trying or to surrender. Don't give up on your dreams. He gave up smoking last year. Go ahead to proceed or to give permission. You can go ahead and start the meeting without me. Go on to continue or to happen. What's going on? Why is everyone so quiet? Go out to leave one's home to go to a social event. I don't go out much during the week. Go over to review or examine carefully. Can we go over this report before the meeting? Grow up to become an adult or to mature. He needs to grow up and start taking responsibility. Hang out to spend time with friends. We used to hang out at the mall when we were teenagers. Hold on to wait or to grip something tightly. Hold on a moment. I'll be right back. Keep on to continue doing something. Let's keep on studying. We can eat later. Keep up to maintain or to continue at the same pace. It's hard to keep up with the latest gossip. Let down to disappoint someone. She felt let down by her friends' lack of support. Look after to take care of someone or something. Can you look after my cat while I'm away? Look for to try to find someone or something. She's looking for a new job. Look forward to be excited or happy about something that is going to happen. She's looking forward to her birthday party. Look up to search for information in a book or online. She looked up the address on her phone. Make up to reconcile after an argument or to invent a story. They made up after their fight after he explained why he made up a story. Pass away, to die. Her grandfather passed away last year. Pass out, to faint or lose consciousness. The heat was so intense that I almost passed out. Pick out, to choose or select something. Can you help me pick out a new dress for the wedding? Point out, to indicate or draw attention to something. He pointed out the mistakes in her report. Put away, to tidy up or store something in its proper place. Please put away your toys before dinner. Put off, to postpone or delay something. They had to put off their wedding until next year. Put on, to dress oneself in something or to pretend. He put on a show of being happy, but I could tell he was upset. Put out, to extinguish a fire or to inconvenience someone. There's a fire. Bring their fire extinguisher to put it out. Run into, to meet someone unexpectedly. I ran into an old friend at the store yesterday. Run out, to use up the supply of something. Time ran out before we could finish the game. Set up, to arrange or organize something or to frame someone. They set up a meeting between the two rival street gangs, but it was a setup by the police to catch their leaders. Show up, to arrive, especially when unexpected or late. She didn't show up for the meeting this morning. Take after, to resemble a family member in appearance or behavior. She takes after her mother in personality, but looks like her dad. Take back, to return something to the place it came from or to retract a statement. He was forced to apologize and take back what he said about her. Take off, to remove clothing or for something to become successful quickly. The new product really took off and is selling well. Take over, to assume control or responsibility. She took over the business when her father retired. Try on, to test the fit or appearance of clothing. I want to try on these jeans before buying them. Turn down, to refuse or reject something. They turned down my offer of help. Turn off, to switch off a device or to cause dislike. His rude behavior really turned me off. Turn on, to switch on a device, to excite or change feelings. The boys turned on each other and started to argue. Turn up, to increase in volume or intensity or to arrive. Can you turn up the radio? I love this song. Wake up, to stop sleeping or to make someone aware of something. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. on weekdays. Wash up, to clean oneself, especially hands and face. After playing outside, the children must wash up before dinner. Work out, to exercise or to resolve a problem successfully. She works out at the gym 3 times a week. Write down, to make a note of something in writing. Please write down your email address on this form. Break in, to enter a building illegally or to wear something until it's comfortable. We had a break-in and someone stole our computers. Catch up, to reach the same level or progress as others or to chat informally. I need to catch up on my reading this weekend. Let's meet for a coffee and catch up sometime. Come in, to enter a place or for something to appear. These shoes come in 7 different colors. Drop by, to visit someone informally and briefly. Feel free to drop by my office anytime. Eat out, to eat a meal at a restaurant. Mom is too tired to cook tonight. Let's eat out. Get in, to enter a vehicle or to arrive at a place. Hurry up, we need to get in the car. Give in, to surrender or yield to someone or something. Don't give in to peer pressure when they want you to do something bad. Go back, to return to a place. I forgot my keys and had to go back home. Go off, to explode or ring suddenly. The alarm went off in the middle of the night. Grow out, to get too big or long for something. I'm trying to grow my hair out and change my style. Hand out, to distribute something to people. The teacher handed out the test papers. Hauled up, to delay or hinder or to withstand. Traffic was held up due to an accident on the highway. Keep out, to prevent from entering. Please keep out of the kitchen while I'm cooking. Let in, allow to enter. Can you let in the cat? It's cold outside. Look out, to be careful or watchful. Look out for dangerous animals on this route. Make out, to see hear or understand something unclear. I can't make out what he's saying from this distance. Pay back, to repay money that is owed or to take revenge. Winning the cup was payback for all the previous losses. Put in, to install or place something in a particular position. We put in a new kitchen last year. Run away, to escape from a place or situation. She ran away from home when she was a teenager. Settle down, to become calm or stable, to start a stable life in one place. After years of traveling, she decided to settle down and buy a house. Show off, to try and impress others with one's abilities or possessions. She's just showing off because she wants attention. Take out, to remove something from a place or to go to a restaurant to eat. Can you take out the trash? Turn around, to change direction or reverse a decision. The team's fortunes turned around after the new manager took over. Wait up, to delay going to bed until someone arrives or returns. Don't wait up for me, I might be late. Work on, to refocus effort on improving or completing something. I need to work on my presentation for tomorrow. Zip up, to fasten clothing by pulling a zipper. She zipped up her jacket to keep warm. 100 slang expressions that every English learner should know. Let him cook. Allow someone to continue doing something cool or impressive. Don't stop her performance. Let her cook. No cap. Not lying and totally true. My dog ate my homework. No cap. Bet. Agree about something. All right, bet. I'll see you tonight. Riz. Charisma. He has so much riz. All the girls like him. Bussin'. Really good. The food is straight bussin'. Drip. Style or clothing that is fashionable. Noah's outfit had so much drip that it caught everyone's attention. Hits different. Something that is a lot better than normal. That new song just hits different. Flake or flaky. Cancelling or not showing up for an appointment or someone that cancels plans. Miranda is such a flake. You can never trust to see her after you've made plans. Sleep on. To be ignorant of something or someone's value. Don't sleep on that player. He might be young, but he's really good. Mid. Average or low quality. That movie is so mid. I wouldn't recommend it. Finna. Preparing to go somewhere. It's said with excitement. It comes from fixing to go or preparing to go. I'm finna go to the store. Take an L. Lose. He took an L in the game last night. Sus. Suspicious. That guy is very sus. You shouldn't trust him. Grind. Working hard or hustling. He wakes up early to grind and make some money. Simp. Someone who does too much for someone they like, often not getting any attention back. He simped so hard for that girl. He bought her flowers, even though she doesn't even know him that well. Based. Politically incorrect, but bald. Your memes are so based. I could never post that. Vibe. Get along with someone. We're really vibing well in this group. Vibe check. Check the emotional atmosphere in the room or a person. Let's do a vibe check before going to the party. Flex. Show off or boast. He likes to flex his new car on social media. Ghost. Suddenly cut off communication with someone. He ghosted me after our first date. Extra. Over the top or dramatic. He's being so extra about his birthday. Hangry. Feeling angry or irritated due to hunger. Hunger plus angry equals hangry. My girlfriend gets hangry when we don't eat on time. Buzzkill. Someone that ruins your fun. My dad is such a buzzkill. I was having fun until he told me to do my homework. Lit. Amazing or exciting. That concert last night was lit. GOAT. The greatest of all time. Michael Jordan is the GOAT of basketball. Salty. Bitter or upset. He's salty because he lost the game. Basic, unoriginal or plain. Her style is so basic. Bae, boyfriend or girlfriend. A sweet name for a partner. I'm going out with my bae tonight. FOMO, fear of missing out. I will have FOMO if I don't go to the party. Woke, socially aware, but can be used as an insult. She's so woke about environmental issues. Clout, influence or popularity. She has a lot of clout on social media. Clout chaser, someone who is desperate to become popular on social media. That girl is such a clout chaser by posting so many photos online. Thick, a woman with a curvy body. She's got a thick figure. Savage, fearless or fierce. She made a savage comeback in the argument. Tea, gossip or juicy information. Spill the tea. What happened? Low-key, secretly or subtly. I'm low-key excited about this trip. TBT, Throwback Thursday. Post old photos on Thursday. Here's a TBT photo from last summer. TBH, to be honest. TBH, I didn't like it when she said that. Slay, impress or dress exceptionally well. She slayed her performance on stage. Clap back, respond strongly to criticism. She clapped back at all the haters. Haters, people who dislike you. This goes out to all my haters. I will never quit. Throw shade, insulting or disrespectful comment. She threw some shade at him to undermine his popularity. Swipe left or swipe right. Reject or accept on a dating app. I swiped left on his profile, which means I rejected him. Adulting, behaving like a responsible adult. I'm tired of adulting today. Catfish, pretend to be someone else online. I think he's catfishing me. I don't think it's really him. Netflix and chill. Casual dating or hanging out. Want to Netflix and chill tonight? Zoned out. Lost in thought or not paying attention. I totally zoned out during the lecture. Chilling. Relaxing or hanging out. Just chilling at home tonight. Chillax. A mix between chilling and relaxing. Let's chillax and watch a movie tonight. Turn up, have a great time or get excited. You better turn up when we get there. It's gonna be a fun night. I'm dead. I'm laughing hard. Her joke was so funny. I'm dead. Cringy, embarrassing or awkward. His dance moves were so cringy. Fire, awesome or excellent. That new song is straight fire. Ratchet, low quality or messy. This place is kind of ratchet. Literally, emphasizing something is truly awesome. That concert was literally the best. Jelly, jealous. I'm so jelly of her new phone. Ship it, support a relationship or pairing. I totally ship them as a couple. Bruh, expression of disbelief. Bruh, that was unbelievable. Finesse, skillfully handling a situation. He finessed his way out of trouble. Glow up, transform for the better after time. After high school, she had such a total glow up to look amazing. I can't even. Overwhelmed or astonished. I can't even. This situation is too much right now. Meh. Indifferent or unimpressed. The movie was just meh. Swag. Stylish or confident. He's got so much swag. Yes, queen or king. Expression of excitement or support. Yes, queen, you're killing it. Triggered, upset or angered by something. Her disrespectful comment triggered me. Trigger warning, an alert before sensitive content. That article needs a trigger warning. Boomer, an older person, usually out of touch. My dad is such a boomer with technology. Thirsty, desperate for attention. She's always so thirsty for compliments. Thirst trap, posting a photo to attract attention. That selfie is clearly a thirst trap. On point, exactly right or accurate. Your analysis is on point. Troll, intentionally provoke others online. Stop trolling people for reactions. Dank, high quality or impressive. Your meme is seriously dank. Yeet, throw something forcefully or shout enthusiastically. I'm going to yeet this ball out the window. Fit, attractive or in good physical shape. She is so fit, I wouldn't mind dating her. Squad or fam, a group of friends. The whole squad is here to go out tonight. Clutch, doing something great at the last moment. His performance in that game was so clutch. He scored the winning goal with minutes to spare. Gutted, extremely disappointed. I'm absolutely gutted that our trip was cancelled. Stoked or hyped, extremely excited. I'm stoked that we don't have to come to school tomorrow. Cheesy, corny or overly sentimental. Sentimental is a feeling of tenderness or nostalgia. Nostalgia is the feeling of missing the past. My dad made such a cheesy joke. Nobody laughed except him. I'm down. I agree or I'm interested. If you're going to the mall tonight, I'm down. Shook, shocked or surprised. I just found out I won the lottery. I'm shook. Bless up, wishing someone well. It originally came from Jamaica, but now it's used as slang. Bless up and enjoy your retirement. Make bank, make a lot of money. I made bank today by selling all those hot dogs. Fell off, not famous anymore. Somebody said that Dre fell off since his last album didn't do well. Situationship, situation plus relationship. Less than a relationship, but more than a casual encounter. We've gone on a few dates, but it's still more like a situationship. Noob, newbie, someone who's very new or bad at something, especially gaming. I was such a noob when I first started to play the game. Bad take, a bad opinion or error in judgment. Betting on that team to win is a bad take. Everyone knows that they are not playing very well. Living rent-free in someone's head. When a person or idea is always on your mind. That song has been living rent-free in my head all day. Go off on someone. Become very angry at someone. When I made a mistake, my dad went off on me. Tool, a stupid person or a jerk. That guy tries so hard to be cool, but in fact, he's such a tool. Tight, close relationship with someone. Greg and I are tight. I'll always have his back. Have someone's back. Always support them. My brother always has my back. Legit, really, truly, it comes from legitimate. Is this legit? Yes, that price is legit. Face palm, the act of putting your palm on your face to express frustration, embarrassment or disbelief. Her comment online was embarrassingly bad. Face palm. The feels, short for feelings. Overwhelming emotional reaction. Seeing those puppies hit me right in the feels. NPC. In games, an NPC is a non-playable character. It only acts according to a script. Someone dull who can't think independently. They do as the media or other people tell them. That guy is such an NPC. I don't want to hang out with him. Let's bounce. Let's leave. This place is boring. Let's bounce. Cancelled. When a famous person does something bad, society shuns or boycotts their work. A boycott is to stop supporting a person or company by not buying their goods or using their services. The actor is cancelled because he was arrested for tax fraud. Chad, a very masculine and cool guy. Josh is such a Chad. Everybody likes him. Ditch someone. Get rid or lose someone. My friends ditched me, so I went home alone.